And as we get the set to go here, these two teams, both teams identical, 0-3 records. Something has got to give here. The difference, both teams with a full lineup. And off the opening draw, first offensive possession belongs to the Paris Riverwolves. Welcome back to the lineup, of course, in Marcus Minicello, who's back. There's a whole number of Riverwolves back in this lineup here as the offense filters out, led by their guy, Curtis Woodland. He'll work it over. Davis Prince out there. Koichi Nakamura, of course, as we'll have our first delayed penalty of the game coming early on. Shot clock at 3, crease dive, and an immediate good save made by Craig Wendy, and we'll waste no time as looks like the first penalty of the game is going to go to Lucas Beaver and the Ohsweken Bears. So off the face-off, it's going to be a slashing call. Paris will get their first power play opportunity of the game, come in working at a 37% efficiency rate. Need some improvement there, but with these guys in the lineup, as that shot from Woodland right on should help up that percentage. Noah Simonelli, welcome back, as now the Ohsweken Bears will get their first offensive touch, but they are down a man, so they'll have to look to burn some clock. Eddie Renault has been the leader out there. Stephen Portelli out there as well, of course, coming over from the Toronto Monarchs. Portelli is going to try to elude a defender and zip that one down, burning precious seconds off that penalty. Now with a minute 15 to go, the Riverwolves will go back to work on the power play. So Woodland will remain out there at the top. He's got Simonelli on that right side with him, as is Davis Prince. They'll size things up, give everyone a touch, work it around the horn. Woodland slides over. They'll look to gap, rolling in, going to the bounce. Good save by Wendy. Ball loose on the board. Simonelli fishes it out, but runs out of time. And a good defensive hold by the Bears, and they'll move it up over the timeline, but cough it right back up. Fighting for it and coming away with it is Ethan Riggs. And now with 35 seconds left, Paris will set things up. So they'll look down, familiar faces on that crease. Simonelli will stay in that right shooter spot, and they'll change up that left side. Working down on the crease, kick it back out on the skip. That one knocked down. Good defense by the Bears. From way out, that goes off the post. And that goes off the post after the shot clock goes, and that will give possession to the Bears with 10 seconds left to burn here in their man short. So having to kill a penalty early has certainly been a factor. Josh Sanchez out there for Ohsweken, as is Kyle Pedwell. And Lane Smith, welcome back to the Ohsweken lineup. And penalty over now. Here comes the Ohsweken offense. Pedwell with the first shot, steered aside on a good save by Cosgrove. Ball loose, good battle, and a better job to get it out of there. And quick pass will move it up as Minicelli will slow things up here. Marcus Minicello looking for an opening. He'll swing it, him and Woodland. They'll kick it back. That shot right on. Wendy, the easy save. Going to have to play some defense here. Graham Bergsma trapped on D now. Numbers for the Bears. On the run. Looking down low, quick stick. Great save by Cosgrove. Ball loose. It's scooped up. And it's Dari Newbro. Connor Scott that does a good job to get it up to Bergsma. Bergsma now. He'll look for some help. He'll stay out there on offense. Kick it to the left side. Looking for an opening. Can't find one. And that shot saved by Wendy. And now the Bears with a pass backdoor. Pedwell off the post. Rebound skips right to the Riverwolves, and they'll look to move it up over the timeline. So dodging a bullet there. So Nick Ellerton, he'll retreat to the bench. Simonelli can't find an opening. Offense to work here, 15 on the shot clock. Seminelli gets a screen, goes, that's right off the logo. Easy one. Wendy will look for an outlet, lays one out, and he does, and it's a beauty, and it's to Kane Kettle. Kettle looking for a trailer, spins, nowhere to go, dumps it inside. Rebound picked up. Great save there by Cosgrove. Rebound, Harrison Brooks. He'll look to leg it over the timeline. End to end here as we head toward the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. The Prince out there. They'll swing it around left side. Nakamura comes out late. The pass goes off his back. So not the best pass by Caden Merritt, but certainly didn't expect to see Nakamura in his flight path. And now John Harrington out there cruising through, and another good save. Cosgrove, crease dive, but nothing doing. Cosgrove had to short and the far side covered on this one. Quick pass up ahead. Not able to handle the short hop, but a good effort there by Matt Duncan. And now the Bears will counter the other way. Sanchez looking for some help. Spread the floor. Lane Smith. He'll work it to his left side. Smith pops out. He lets it go. That one right on Cosgrove. And expect Lane Smith to slowly but surely shoot his way into pinpoint accuracy as the Riverwolves tiptoe over the timeline, and they'll work it on the right side. Carson Moyer out there. Skip to the left. Almost a wraparound, and it is going to be so a delayed penalty, and this one's going to be a hold, and it's going to go to the Ohsweken Bears. So the Riverwolves will get their second power play opportunity of the game. It comes with just under 9 minutes to go here in a scoreless first quarter. We'll get you caught up on yesterday's action as Woodland now will once again quarterback this power play for the Riverwolves. They'll gap a chance on that left side. Everyone will get a touch though first, then go to the skip. Woodland lets it go. Wendy. Great slide over to cut down that angle, and he'll loft it up. Looking for Heron Snow. Snow's going to run under it and come away with it. Looking out to Pedwell. But it's tracked down there, and a good job by Brooks. Brooks takes a hit, gets it ahead, and it's legged over the timeline. Good job there by Owen Dale. Owen Dale, of course, spent some time with the Peterborough Timbermen, now with the Paris Riverwolves. 10 on the shot clock, just over a minute 10 left in the penalty. Davis Prince couldn't handle that ball loose. It's scooped up again now, and it looks like it's Hannah Brandt gets that one taken away from him. Good stick check from Moyer. And there's going to be too many men on the floor, and this time it's going to be Paris that's going to end up the guilty party, and that will nullify the 55 seconds left in the power play. So in 55 seconds, it'll be Ohsweken with their first power play attempt, but in the meantime, between time, we'll go 4-on-4 here with under 8 minutes to go. So Lane Smith out there, plenty of room on the carpet now to operate. On the kick, left side, bounce, steered aside, rolled by on a good shot there from John Perry Smith. And now Bergsma lugging it out there. He's out there looking for an opening. Minicello, Bergsma cutting through. Minicello takes a hit, no call on the play. On the curl, good backhand pass, great hands, up, down, and snuck in. So a beauty finish from Caden Merritt. Picks up his first of the game, 7th of the season. It's not a power play goal, but a big one opens the scoring, 1-0 for Paris. Great hands there, right on the crease to take a tough pass, Merritt. And able to make a nice fake to draw Wendy to one side and then slide it in the short side. And again, it just trickled by Wendy. Good battle in that circle. And possession belongs to Lucas Beaver and the Ohsweken Bears. Beaver zips it out. Looking to answer quick on a good shot, good attempt inside by Thomas Richardson Bonner. And now the Riverwolves will wait. So a minute to kill now in the Paris penalty. Ohsweken on the power play, their first of the game. Bergsma, he'll loft it back out. They'll reset it from way out and look to burn the final 6 seconds here on the shot clock. That shot goes up off the rafters and will stay right here with 6.5 to go. That will take us to our first officials timeout. Set to go here with 40 seconds left in the Ohsweken power play. So they'll get a chance here, trailing by a goal with Lane Smith, their captain and their quarterback. Eddie Renault with some comfort now that he's got another offensive threat. They slide interchange, quick stick finish. Perfectly executed by the Ohsweken Bears, and we're tied at 1. So I tell you, what a difference having a playmaker like Lane Smith out there with his veteran savvy and what he brings to the table. You throw a young kid in Josh Sanchez out there with him, and Sanchez picks up his first of the game, fourth of the season. And the Bears continue to do well. Came in with a power play of 67%. That was their most positive thing. And they've added to that. Paris, though, right back in the offensive end. And they'll set things up now. Nakamura tried to go to the underhand. Brandt blocked that. Nakamura's going to battle for it. Kettle's going to chase him. Nakamura swings it around. Shot clock at 5. Bergsma lets it go right on. Stopped by Wendy. It's scooped up. And the Bears look to counter the other way. Zip back. Great pass on the hands. Good catch underhand. Stopped by Cosgrove. So great outlet. Better hands to pull it down by Kieran Lazor. And now the Riverwolves will move it up. Patrick Morrow. Now Simonelli. Bounced right back out. Good cross check there and ball loose. And after doing a great job defensively, but not able to keep the ball rolling in the right direction. And it will be a penalty to the Ohsweken Bears. Third power play opportunity for the Riverwolves. Riverwolves now to work here. 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Woodland has room, Woodland. That's way too much room to give Curtis Woodland, I'll tell you. As he makes good pocketing his first of the game, comes courtesy the power play. And it's a 2-1 game now for the Riverwolves. Now, I may have given that goal by the Ohsweken Bears to Josh Sanchez, but it's actually Stephen Portelli that's picked that up. Tell you, the addition of Stephen Portelli and Craig Wendy to the Ohsweken lineup has sure made a difference, and it may not be reflective of their record up to this point, but those guys have been difference makers since coming over from the Toronto Monarchs. Bergsma will swing it around. Give it back. Nakamura looking for an opening. Gets one. Underhand right on. So a good job by Nakamura, who has come a long way since being a part of this Arenalacrosse League many years ago. And Eddie Renault now will work that left side. Renault. He'll wait for some help. Survey matched up one-on-one. Kick it back to Pedwell on the right. Pedwell lets it go. Steered aside. Easy one for Cosgrove. Looking for an outlet. Can't find one, makes a good decision as he'll get it up and over to Brooks. Brooks will flip now. Simonelli. We're under 4 minutes to go opening quarter. It's been a good one so far. Trying to dipsy-doodle and create some space is Moyer. Turns it over, and now it's Kettle. Kettle on the run. One to beat, dumps it ahead. Gets it up. Riggs on the move. Takes the shot, stopped by Cosgrove. So good job by Chase Cosgrove as his mobility impressive. And now legging it back was Nolan Ruddy. Ruddy will retreat. So size equal on both teams here between Riggs and Ruddy. Are turning the corner, tried to go to the bounce, but Wendy caught it before the bounce as Moyer changing the angle and now moving it up ahead is Harrington. 3 minutes to go here, first quarter. Lane Smith ducks in, splits through two, has it taken away. Newbro on him. Lane Smith will battle, and a good job there by Newbro. Had it, lost it, had it. Lane Smith laying on the carpet, fighting for it, and it's Newbro, clutch and grab, and that's going to be a slashing penalty. That's an easy call as John Perry Smith, the guilty party, flip ahead. A golden opportunity right on the doorstep for Dawson Brown, couldn't do it. Ball still loose in the corner, and finally the Bears touch it, and it'll be a slashing call that will send the Riverwolves to their fourth power play of this quarter. They are 1 for 3, and that's an easy call for crew chief Joel Furman to make. So back at her again now. Woodland at the top. Usual suspects out there. We've seen them already 4 times now. Davis Prince. Prince usually in that right shooter spot. That's where he likes to go. Duck it in, twister, stopped, and it goes off the back, and no goal. So great call by Roger Nurse, right where he should be, perfect position, and now it's Heron Snow. Snow, long strides, tried to thread the needle, couldn't get it to Brandt. Instead, picked up, split, Snow shot wide. Rebound, gathered again. So that should be a fresh 20, but didn't touch anything. And Bears now look to burn the final at least another 5 seconds off the man short. That shot right on Cosgrove. And nowhere to go but an easy outlet pass. And they'll work it up over the timeline now. Minicello, he'll flip and retreat. And it's Prince. Prince will slide down to that right crease. This time they've moved up on Woodland after giving him that shot that he buried, and ball loose. Lucas Beaver, one of the good hands people, moves it up. Good pass ahead. Lazor puts on the brakes. Lazor bullet right on, stopped by Cosgrove. And we're going to have another penalty. This one's going to go to the Riverwolves. So Ohsweken with just over a minute left in this quarter. So it's too many on the floor. Bears 1 for 1 with the man advantage. We'll look for the equalizer here. So, of course, both these two teams call the ILA home. This home game, though, it's the Riverwolves in white and, of course, the Bears in their dark away uniforms. So Lane Smith out there again, spearheading the attack. Good job by the Riverwolves to extend it. Smith can't play the carom. Rebound and a chance now for the Riverwolves. And buried, a shorthanded marker. Beauty job, Marcus Minicello. So off the carom. A great job to run that down. And instead of picking up the equalizer, the Bears give up one. And with 43 seconds left, it's a 3-1 game. So that certainly didn't go as planned for Ron Mouser Henry and company, as ball loose, and Ellerton does a good job. Nick Ellerton really is a fundamentally sound ball player out there, does a lot of things right. Minute 15, but he also cleans up a lot of the stuff that is left behind and no one wants to do. Woodland's going to let this one tick down, and 5 on the shot clock. 1-on-1. Big shot. Wendy had to be ready for that. 5 on the game clock, and the Bears are going to just let this one tick down, and 15 minutes have rolled through here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. It's a 3-1 game. We'll be back. Set to go for the second quarter, 54 seconds left in the Paris penalty. Just a correction, the last goal scored by the Paris Riverwolves was a 4-on-4 goal and not a shorthanded goal. I thank our crack team of statisticians for setting me straight on that. So we'll see now if Paris can't make up some ground here. So in the circuit it'll be Lucas Beaver and Koichi Nakamura. And if you see Nakamura roll around as he wins that draw clean and gets it over, and it's Minicello that will pull it out. So Paris will look now to spread the floor and work some clock here. Just 40 seconds left in the man short. Ellerton out there, of course, as is Simonelli. Nakamura and Graham Bergsma out late. Bergsma shot. Good save, Wendy. And now Riverwolves get a chance here with 25 seconds left in the man advantage. Braden Smith does a good job to leg it over, and he'll get it over. Eddie Renault now. 15 left in the power play. Bears taking a long time to get the personnel out there. They're not used to having that much personnel to work with. Renault shot. That one a good save as Cosgrove cut down the short side. Bergsma picked it up, looking back door. Bergsma gets it ahead, but nothing doing. And tracking it down is Simonelli. Right place, right time. Can't hold it. Bears recover. They'll work it up, and it's Portelli. Teens back to full strength. 2-goal lead now for the Riverwolves. Kick across Renault, looking inside, and Pedwell still has it, puts on the brakes, gets it in the middle, quick stick, great save Cosgrove. So beauty pass, scooped up, fresh 20 now, chance here by Sanchez. That one was just caught enough of it that Cosgrove, and defensively now, Ellerton comes away with it. So a good job by Paris. Boy, what a difference a full squad makes. Their defense today is tight. Woodland. Simonelli changes the angle, but that's well wide of the mark. And back the other way is Riggs. Sorry, not Riggs. Ruddy. Get my big men mixed up. Woodland picks it up, but that pass is going to get picked off. And the other way, and it's now Hannah Brandt. Brandt has some room. One man to beat, pulls out, gets a screen, and it's a hard one. Good job by Scott Ondy, knocks that one down. Picked up, flipped over, quick shot, wide of the mark. Rebound again. Bears get it, no reset, 10 on the shot clock. Didn't hit anything. Down low, chance there, tried to go far side into the corner was Todd Thomas. Couldn't find the mark, and the Riverwolves will work it 180. Bergsma chance, good save made by Wendy. So it laid there for a second, but Craig Wendy, certainly one of the more agile goaltenders here in the Arena Lacrosse League, pounces on that, and now it's the Beaver. Beaver will send it over to the left side. They'll kick it down in the crease. Pedwell with 10 on the shot clock. Gets the screen. Good defense, Riverwolves. Well extended. Pushing them back out. Easy save for Cosgrove. And boy, good talking to by head coach Jamie Dubrick, and Chris Driscoll has got this Paris team fired up. 11.5 to go here in the second quarter. Cam Mancini. Nakamura sends it down. Prince not able to get it cleanly, but does recover. Ready to turn the corner, dumps it off, but Bergsma didn't roll. And now with numbers, here come the Bears. Backdoor, Lane Smith can't handle the pass. Ellerton will track it down, and he'll look to move it up, and he does. Brooks gets it ahead. Simonelli's stopped, though. Ball loose again. Simonelli will pick it up for a fresh 20, and Paris now will reset the offense. Moyer will swing it around. Merritt, kick it. Woodland out late, wrong stick side, bullet wide. Trying to track down that loose ball, but doing a good job to keep it in the offensive end, but shot clock violation goes right back to Ohsweken. Backdoor chance. Tried to slide it, but wide of the mark. Good effort by John Perry Smith, but not able to execute or finish. Brown slides by a defender. He'll set it up. Bergsman now will look and dump it down to Simonelli. Looking out. Woodland has room. Woodland sidearm. Wendy save. So Wendy has made a good adjustment now, and Lucas Beaver is going to slide his way out of trouble and move it ahead. Lazor, under 10 minutes to go here. Second quarter. 3-1. Riverwolves leading here. Both these two teams searching for their first win of the season. Pedwell battling behind the net for it. Scott with him, flips up, and guess who? Ellerton. He'll one-hop it and move it ahead to Riggs. Riggs will find his way to the bench. They'll slow things down and work with Matt Duncan. Duncan will swing it around, back to Nakamura, who'll kick it out. Merritt, work it back to the left side. Big shot, big finish. So how about Carson Moyer on the scoreboard for the first time in this game? He has been a big offensive help for the Riverwolves. They lead now 4-1. Just take things back to basic fundamentals, and you can use your underhands, you can use your sidearms, but when in doubt, you go to that overhand, and that's what beat Wendy on that play there. Off the draw, controlled by the Bears, and a good pass ahead to Snow. Snow looking for something. Good bounce pass, not able to get it cleanly. Fighting to track that down is Croy Snow. Gets it to Renault. Renault puts on the brakes, dumps it across. Sanchez still has it. Good fake. Surveys. Sanchez trying to roll in. Sanchez, great save by Cosgrove. Creased the call, but I tell you, Chase Cosgrove on his game today closed off that far side. Minicello will slow things up. Simonelli has some room, walks right in, dumps it over, quick stick finish. So beauty job by Simonelli to feed Caden Merritt for his second of the game. It's 5-1 for the Riverwolves. So putting together their best first half of this Arenalacrosseleague season are the Ohsweken Bears, as they have looked awfully good. And the Paris Riverwolves, and no knock on Craig Wendy, who's doing his job in the net for the Bears, but these Riverwolves, boy, they have come out fired up here to play. Off the draw, and that's going to be a violation, and possession will belong to Paris on a good job by Brown. Working that left side. Kick out on the cut. Nakamura had it momentarily, lost it. Good job to regroup and change his mind was Moyer. That bounce shot this time scooped up by Wendy. And Wendy now will zip the outlet pass. They'll move it up in two over the timeline. Backdoor Renault. So Ohsweken's got to find the groove. Renault rolls that one wide. That one's going to be close to heading to the line as Drake Smith working for it, but a good job by Todd Thomas. Gets it over. Tough Karam will leave it, and they'll let the shot clock wind down. Smith will pick it up, and he'll work it up. They'll set it up with Bergsma. So right now the Riverwolves have done everything right here in this first half. Merritt tried to go. Good save by Craig Wendy as Kettle now comes out of the scrum. That's going to be an interference call. That's an easy call, and might as well have put that one on YouTube. That was as blatant and obvious as it could with 7:20 to go. That will take us to our second official's timeout and will give us a chance to let you know that Box Lacrosse demands high-performance gear, and Primo Lacrosse is the name to remember. Proud to sponsor Patrick Timothy of the Ohsweken Bears. Primo's Warhorse shafts deliver the durability and strength needed for every play. Whether you're playing box or field lacrosse, Primo Lacrosse has the gear to keep you competitive without breaking the bank. Our Warhorse shafts are designed to handle the intensity of box lacrosse with low minimum customization options to ensure your team looks sharp while playing hard. As a special offer, use the discount code ALL20 at primosportsco.com and get 20% off your first order. Visit Primo Sports online at primosportsco.com to explore our line of shafts or to customize your gear for your team. Of course, Patrick Timothy not in the lineup today, but we hope to get him back soon. And thanks very much to Primo Lacrosse as we move forward and look to a long-lasting partnership. 7:20 to go here. A 4-goal lead for the Paris Riverwolves, and they have looked really good. And when you look at both these two teams, and despite their 0-3 records, they've been good. Get you caught up. Yesterday, it was a big matchup between the Peterborough Timbermen and the Oshawa Outlaws. And, of course, that game finished 13-12. 5-5 after 1, 8-6 Peterborough at the half, 11-7 Timbermen after 3, but a late push by the Oshawa Outlaws and almost got the tying goal within the final minute, but that one finished up 13-12. In the meantime, we're back here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena with just over 7 minutes to go. Simonelli sends it down, working to Bergsma. Bergsma curls back out, looking for someone. Kick back in. Bergsma, the recipient, spins off one. Tried to go high. That's wide of the mark. Brandt's going to scoop that up. Here come the Bears. Brandt got a good head of steam. Looking to cut in. Looking for a trailer. Finds one in Pedwell. Pedwell. He'll look, and a good job in transition defense by the Riverwolves, and they'll work it across Lane Smith. So we'll see if Lane Smith, playing his first game for Ohsweken this season, looking to get on track here as he kicks it over with plenty of time. Working his way in, trying to kick it over, and Pedwell missed an open net, but from a very bad angle, and a shot clock violation will give it back to the Riverwolves. So you could see Ohsweken just not flowing as well as they could be, and now the Riverwolves will try and take advantage. Merritt. Simonelli inside. Catching that in, then scooting out was Moyer. That shot stopped by Wendy. Chance now as here come the Bears. Ruddy sends it over. Chance there. Good save by Cosgrove. Ball loose. Chance now. Moyer on the run, has numbers. Good transition defense the other way. That shot stopped by Wendy. Picked up, knocked down. Chance here, Woodland looking inside to Moyer. And instead, Kettle's going to move it up, and now it's Sanchez. No numbers right now for the Bears, so they'll have to stop, set up shot. Backdoor Chance. Bouncer, under, off the post. Stayed out of the net. So Cosgrove doing everything in his power to keep that from going across the goal line. Inching toward the 5-minute mark. Brown, he'll pull it back out. And they'll swing it around, work it to Bergsma. Kick back out. And a lot of clutch and grab. That one goes off the post. And on a good attempt but nothing doing for Matt Duncan. 10 on the shot clock. Bergsma, two-man game. Duncan, isolated, gets chopped down. Loose, shot underhand, scores! It is Koichi Nakamura. Wearing a Paris uniform, picks up his first of the season. So a big goal for Nakamura as he was Johnny on the spot, an opening there. Found a loose ball and was able to use the right shot, which was the underhand, based on the options he had, and was able to beat Wendy through the 5-hole. Off the draw, Nakamura had it momentarily, but double team takes him out. Lucas Beaver jumped into that. It gets knocked back. Bears pick it up. So the Bears have just been stymied here. I think they just seem to be trying to iron out some of the wrinkles offensively now, and Pedwell gets a step. Pedwell gets another screen. Pedwell diving just over the net. Rebound loose. Knocked down, and Pedwell through the crease will give it back to the Riverwolves. Zipped ahead, Ellerton. He's 1-on-3, so he'll wait. Paris will get the rest of their offense out. Woodland will trade places with Ellerton and work it from the top. He'll duck in. Woodland has room. Twister. Great save, Wendy. Scooped up chance now for the Bears on the run. Bounce shot, finish, and it's a beauty. John Harrington on the fly. So a big transition goal for the Ohsweken Bears. First of the game for Harrington. But more importantly, it puts an end to that 5-goal run by the Riverwolves and makes it a 6-2 game. So I talk a lot about the differences when teams have their full roster very evenly matched. What tips the scales? Usually transition. And Newbro over the timeline will set it up with 3.5 to go. Ellerton. Moyer skips a trailer, gets it right back. He'll bounce back out with 10 on the shot clock. Skip looking for Nakamura, plays the carom, kick back out. Moyer, dipsy doodle shovel right on. Wendy saw that one coming. And now the Bears will look to inch a bit closer here before the end of the half. Pedwell. Sanchez has room. Had an opening. Elected to dump it down looking for Thomas. Instead, Thomas gets it back. Lane Smith with 10 on the shot clock. Smith looking to barrel his way in. Gets the shot off. That one goes high. Good defense. Rebound. Pedwell, that shot right on. So good job by Cosgrove to stand tall. Paris now will work it into the offensive end. Patrick Morrow will roll it. He'll find the bench on a job well done. They'll work it over to Merritt. Merritt looking for an opening. Finds Simonelli. Simonelli and Woodland. Woodland shot! What a bullet! Oh my, Curtis Woodland. Did he set his sights on that far corner? That ball was in and out in a blink of an eye. So second game back for Curtis Woodland, and you can bet Jamie Dubrick missed him. He there is their catalyst, as well as their captain, and a big goal and a big answer. It's 7-2. I don't think it mattered what goalie was between the pipes on a shot like that. That was going to find the back of the net. That was just a cannon from Woodland. Off the draw. Kettle with a good job to flip it back. He'll get it back and have to work it over the timeline. Good job, good heads-up play. Gets it to Brandt. They'll work it down the right side. Bertelli finds a trailer in Pedwell, and that looks like it's going to be too many on the floor by the Bears. So with just under 2 minutes to go, Ohsweken will head back to the penalty box. Riverwolves will go to their 5th power play. They are 1 for 4 with the man advantage. And Paris now with a chance to extend their lead. So Duncan and Moyer out there on the left side. Simonelli and Prince on the right. Woodland's at the top. That's been the power play unit so far. Simonelli, they'll look to gap that box now. Go to work. Moyer walks in. Good save by Wendy as he's got great lateral movement. Prince hasn't been able to get it up. Bounce pass, quick stick. Nothing doing. Knocked down by Kettle. And no reset. 7 on the shot clock. Under a minute and a half. Duncan able to step in. Too much bounce on the ounce. Simonelli bails him out. Shot right on. Wendy scoops that up. He'll look for an outlet. And lofts one up, and a 4-second count by Wendy will give it right back to Paris. So Duncan now will reset the offense. They'll get Woodland back out there with over 1:10 to go here in the power play. Woodland, he has scored on 2 bullets. Moyer behind the net. Prince tiptoes on that white line, creased the call, and Snow will pick it up. And the Bears now with under a minute to play here in this first half. Ruddy does a good job to track down that loose ball, Nolan Ruddy. And he's more than a handful. They'll have to chop the stick because taking a body is no easy task. And returning the favor, but I think a little bit of embellishment going on as Roger Nurse saw that play out. 25 seconds left on the game clock. Paris will take this right down if they can't finish. Chance to move in. Moyer, kick out. Woodland, swing across. Simonelli zips it wide. Ball loose now. It's tipped. Woodland ends up with it. 8 on the game clock. That one stopped by Wendy. And through the crease. And they'll have a timeout called by the Riverwolves. And I think the clock now at 5.4 seconds. They'll reset it to 6. Either way, we'll take a quick break. Be right back. Set now as 6.4 seconds left on the game clock. 8 seconds left in the penalty to the Bears. So important here. We'll see what Jamie Dubrick has drawn up for the Riverwolves. Big hold here for Paris, and they do a good job of Snow. Net was empty for the extra attacker, and 30 minutes have flown on by. It's a 7-2 lead in favor of the home side Riverwolves. We'll be back with the third. Getting ready, set to go here for the third quarter here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation. Lance Wynn, JVI Productions. Good crowd on hand here on this Sunday. Officially week 4 in the Arenalacrosseleague. These two teams come in 0-3. Want to, of course, remind our viewers out there the second half of our Sunday doubleheader will feature the Toronto Monarchs and the Six Nations Snipers. Both those two teams sitting at 2-1 records. Both have won 2 straight. So that should be another dandy. Right now, this one a good one despite a 5-goal lead for Paris. They have just been outstanding in the first half. Goaltending at both ends. The reason why the score is just 7-2. And off the draw, Riverwolves control. Minicello's going to set things up, send it back to Woodland. Teams back to 5 aside now, and they'll work it to Moyer. Moyer, Woodland lets it go, changes the angle, has that knocked down by Kettle. No reset, shot clock at 8. He's going to have to make a long trip and then zip that one up as he does, and it goes right in the stick of Brandt. Brandt over the timeline, so the Bears take the short version of the offensive way, work it down. Portelli inside. Eddie Renaud steered aside by Cosgrove. So Renaud with a great pass from Portelli, not able to find the short side. Interference, the call, will give it right back to Paris. Logan Holmes out there. He will retreat, and now Graham Bergsma. Bergsma looking inside. Skip Merritt has room. Right on Wendy. Ball loose, scooped up, and on the move and on the run is Harrington. Harrington, good head of steam, is with Renault. Renault forgot the ball. Going to try to keep it on the line. They do. Perry Smith dumps it off. Kick across. Backhand inside. Can't connect with Sanchez. Renault's going to run down that rebound. Look to curl. Renault shot right on Cosgrove. Another good save. And here come the Riverwolves. Connor Scott will think better of it. He's going to wait for Woodland and the rest of the Paris offense to set things up. Moyer isolated on that left side. Ruddy on him. Kick it back out. And that bullet finds the mark. So on the board for the first time in this game, Matt Duncan. And he made that one look easy on a good pass, but the key there was the opening and how much room Duncan had to inch his way inside that dotted half circle. He finds the mark with a good low shot. It's 8-2 now for Paris. So the difference a full lineup makes for both these two teams. Off the draw, Newbro's going to pick it up. He'll move it up, and Brown will set things up down on the right-hand side. Minicello kicks it, and they'll start it now. Merritt. Merritt looking for an opening. Skip pass looking for Nakamura. Nakamura off to Karam. He'll come around, kick it back out, but it's knocked down, stolen by the Beeve. Lucas Beaver, quick pass ahead. Bears look to move it up. They have numbers, fast break. Low pass and just poor execution, the right ideas. Patrick Morrow couldn't pocket that pass, but that wasn't a good one. And now Drake Smith over the timeline. Smith fakes the shot, kicks out. Simonelli will let it go, and that bullet can't find the mark, and it'll go back the other way to the Bears. Snow, wrong stick side, trying to quick stick that in was Portelli. Ends up crease now, and here come the Riverwolves. So we knew this one was going to be a good matchup. These two teams coming in. It was a good first 30 minutes despite what the score looks like, and good job to track down that loose ball, reverse his stride, and looking for that crease dunk on the run, right on. So a good effort there by Matt Duncan, but now it's Kettle. Lane Smith has yet to get going. This is his first game of the season. 3 in. Kyle Pedwell. Quick shot wide of the mark. Going to have to play this Karam. Going to be a tough play. Good hands there to keep it on the other side of the line. Good job by Croy Snow. Zipped across. Lane Smith on the run. That shot right on rebound. Battle for it, and he's taken down, and that's going to remain possession and a fresh 20 for the Bears. Good work by Kyle Pedwell. Talk about this matchup. The next game in the Monarchs and the Snipers should be a good one, as those two teams riding high. Officials getting together here just to clarify the shot clock. Remember, of course, the Arena Lacrosse League First League to use the 30-20 shot clock. So you don't get a full reset, you get 20. Pedwell, great job to weave his way in, but Cosgrove scooped that up. And now here come the Riverwolves. Morrow, he will wait, and Paris will be a little more deliberate. They've been very disciplined today. Just 2 penalties in this game. Bergsma and Nakamura. Nakamura getting lots of playing time on the carpet here today. 2-man game. Nakamura underhand. This time good toe save made by Wendy on another good shot from Koichi Nakamura. Already has his first goal of the season. Bergsma, skip, Merritt, room. Too much under on that hand. It's going to go over the line. Woodland, great hands to keep it on the right side of the timeline. 6 on the shot clock. Skip pass. Moyer, one-on-one. Gonna try to take it in. Bounces off two. Great save by Wendy. Rebound picked up by the Bears. And now they'll leg it over the timeline. Pedwell. He'll scoot back out, draws the double team. Skips it over, finds Lane Smith. Smith will work it down on that right side. Shot right on Cosgrove again. Perfect positioning. Good outlet pass. And a chance now. Paris with some room. Brown scoots to the middle. Looking for Simonelli. He was looking to send it across to Duncan. Duncan. Feet moving all the time. Shovel out. Simonelli. Nothing doing. Kick back out. Brown will swing it around. Woodland. Woodland gets a step. Woodland picks the top corner. Curtis Woodland has been a man on a mission with his third goal of this game, and he has single-handedly shouldered the offense, and it's a 9-2 lead for the Riverwolves. Well, I don't know what motivation Curtis Woodland came with today, but he certainly is bringing the full package. Hasn't taken any shots that were low percentage shots. Everything's pretty much been on target. And he has led the way for Paris off the draw. Possession belongs to the Riverwolves again. 2-on-1, they have numbers. Wrong stick side, Wendy will shut that down on a chance there. But Dawson Brown really didn't have the angle. And now the Bears will give it right back as Merry Christmas to them, but it's January, so possession belongs to Paris. They're in control now. We're under 9 minutes to go. Third quarter. Minicello gets bounced out of that circle by Renault. Trailing late. Duncan skip across, 10 on the shot clock. Moyer can't elude a defender. Gets it over. Merritt, though, will have to work it in with 5. Merritt tees it up. That's off the net. Rebound picked up and creased the call, but knocked into the crease was Minicello, and it'll be a fresh 20 now for Paris. And sorry, no playground here. You're going to have to pull it back out, reset that, and now Simonelli. So Paris has done a good job working both sides of the floor offensively. Woodland's handled everything around the middle area, and the right and left side have done their job. Trying to dunk in, trying to work his way in Moyer. Moyer goes down, but Wendy does a good job position-wise. He'll look for the outlet, and he gets it ahead. Kyron Costello over the timeline, and Renault will relieve him. And Renault will look to go to work one-on-one. Eddie Renault's been quiet in this game. Was outstanding last week. Good collective defense by Paris. Sanchez now with 5 on the shot clock. Sanchez tiptoes around the crease, goes right on. Ball will be loose, but it's fished out and scooped up neatly and nicely. Here comes Patrick Morrow, one man to beat, but it's Snow. And a good job of helping by Lucas Beaver. Looking for Woodland. Karam. Prince bails his team out. He'll scoot back out, and they'll set it up with Bergsma. Under 7.5 to go here in this third quarter. Davis Prince. Oh, he has room. That's his shot. That is his shot. We've seen it over again. And the Prince back in the house. It's 10-2. If you got a chance to hear the crowd, you got that right. You can't give him that much room. That's way too much room. That's like giving Curtis Woodland room. You just can't do it. You got to close up shop. And the Bears just not getting it done defensively. Their offense has been a bit stagnant. They just haven't had a whole lot of flow. Defensively, Paris has just been strong. Pedwell now with a chance. And not the best decision as Karen Lazor missed that. Sanchez will bail him out. So we'll see here if Ohsweken can't get on track. Delayed penalty coming now to Paris. 10 on the shot clock. Smith, skip. 5 on the shot clock. Gotta go. Quick shot right on by Portelli, and Cosgrove again has been as stingy as he can be. And with 6:45 to go, that will take us to our officials' timeout. Set to go now as the Ohsweken Bears, with just their third power play attempt. They are 1 for 2. Didn't get a power play opportunity in that second quarter, so chance here for Lane Smith and company to try and get back in this game trailing by 8. It has just been systematic offensive execution by the Riverwolves now, and here come the Bears. Inside, well-designed play. Sanchez shot, though, was right on the logo of Cosgrove, and now Ellington. So you can't fault Ohsweken for the shot they got. It just wasn't put in the right spot, as Simonelli now will slow it down here. They'll look to kill this final 10 seconds of this shot clock, if not more. Moyer looking across. That one's knocked down by Dunn, and it goes right to Kettle. Kettle's going to leg it into the offensive end and give the power play another chance here. Look forward to speaking with both the coaches prior to the next game, the Monarchs, as Nick Krepensek, of course, their head coach, and Darcy Palace at the helm of the Six Nations Snipers. Lane Smith had that one blocked. Took too long. 2 on the shot clock. Got to hurry right off the back, and they do a good job of regrouping. But I'm not quite sure. I thought that would have been a reset. But I'm the only one up here with a problem, and either way, play goes on. Paris with 30 seconds left here to burn. Brown will send it right back out to Bergsma. Bergsma will hold tight as we creep toward 5 minutes to go here in this third. Bergsma with 6 on the shot clock. Bad pass. Good job by Brown to get it. Gets a double team. He turns it over. And now the Bears with numbers work it up. Harrington. One of the only other goal scorers, him and Portelli, have scored for the Bears here in this game. Swing across Brandt, going to be a delayed penalty coming to Paris. I think that's going to be a legal cross-check. Sanchez trying to work through. 5 in the shot clock. Down on the crease. That shovel. Pedwell. Rebound picked up Sanchez, and he gets taken down, but he was on the doorstep. And it looks like heading to the penalty box will be Ethan Riggs. And, of course, not the first time that Riggs has seen himself in there. So the Bears now with another power play opportunity, and you got to figure that with under 4.5 here in the third, they're going to have to get some sort of momentum going if they're going to get back in this game. So Renault on that right side, they shift over, good pass inside, and Portelli couldn't finish the quick stick. And now on the run, it's Minicello with a chance. Minicello off the post, off the back and out. So Wendy standing his ground, does a good job there to keep the momentum. And now dodging a bullet with 1.5 minutes to go in the man advantage. We're under 4 to go here in the third. Sidearm right on Cosgrove. Rebound pops up inside that dotted half circle. Shoveled across. Good job by Lane Smith to get the stick on Newbro. Newbro, though, looks to flip it up, and he gets it to Ellerton. Ellerton, he gets chopped down and regrouping, and that's going to be an over and back call there. So Perry Smith not making the best decision there. And now Paris will have a chance to work some clock off with 1 minute to go in the man short. So apparently some guys never listen. Simonelli finds the mark. So Noah Simonelli stepped into that sidearm, found the short side. Short-handed goal for the Riverwolves. And a costly one to give up by the Bears. Simonelli with his first of the game, and you can just see Paris is just getting stronger as Ellerton. Every time an opportunity comes for the Bears, the Riverwolves just seem to be able to answer back. If the Bears try to build some momentum, Paris counters and slows things down. They've been very deliberate on offense and have done a good job executing. Moyer, dipsy doodle, draws a double team, going for the dunk, and well off the mark. Brand will pick it up and head it up. One-on-one now with Lazor. He'll think better of it. Minicello on him. Gets the screen, and he'll zip it across. Portelli has some room. Goes to the underhand, wide of the mark. That one is picked up and trying to get it up ahead as Kettle's just going to leave that. Luckily, Wendy was there to back him up, and a good pass. And based on the spin here, it's knocked ahead by Newbro, and a good job as it's run down by the Riverwolves. So just outworking as Cam Mancini gets the job done. Riverwolves outworking the Bears. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Bergsma has been a very stabilizing presence out there, the vet. Prince working his way in. Pedwell takes him down, but Pedwell had the lumber on Prince as well as having a grasp of the shirt. So from my vantage point here, I could see the shirt tug, and should be a very mild protest from Kyle Pedwell as the Riverwolves will go back to work with a man advantage. 1 for 5 so far in the power play, and a chance to really take a stranglehold here, leading by 8. So the usual suspects out there. Time on the side of the Riverwolves here as Prince zips it across, working with Merritt. Woodland has just been on fire. Simonelli, underhand knockdown. That'll go off the stick of Woodland, roll over the timeline. Heron Snow is going to run it down. Remember, the Arenalacrosseleague play it where it lies, and Snow will have to take it, but deep in the offensive end. So it saves Ohsweken having to really work hard to get it over the timeline, and Renault will settle it down. They'll work it now with a minute and a half to go into man short. Renault bounces off one. Renault going to try to go. That one right on target. And all the opportunities, it seems like the Bears, Cosgroves cuts it down, or they just haven't gotten the shot in the location they've been looking for as we're into the final minute here of the third. So Woodland now going to slow it up. They'll work it now. Plenty of time left in this power play. Woodland has done a good job. Prince, that is his spot again. This time Wendy made the adjustment, and now this one gets lofted up and hauled in. So Ohsweken will look shorthanded. Snow trying to dipsy doodle, can't find his way in. Has 2 on him, going to try to burn it. 20 seconds left here in the quarter. Snow, 8 on the shot clock. Hare and Snow working. And a great job there between Snow and Harrington to work the entire shot clock. 9.8 seconds left here in the quarter. 25 seconds left in the power play. Woodland shot. That gets knocked down. Gets the rebound. Tried to float it over Wendy. That one wide of the mark. Rebound picked up. Underhand try. And the flurry to end the third. 10-2 Paris. We'll be back with the fourth. Locked and loaded for this fourth quarter, and the Ohsweken Bears have been stuck on 2 goals for over 15 minutes, quarter plus, and they're going to need a little something generated here if they're going to get back in this game. As off the draw, Nakamura certainly putting a wrench in that plan as Newbro over the timeline, and the first possession here with the final 8 seconds of the power play belonged to Paris. Woodland to work with Merritt. Merritt, quick shot. Wendy with a great save there, and fresh 20, but penalty over now, so teams are even. Kettle battling in there, takes down Merritt. Ball loose, and who comes away with it? But it's the Beeve. I tell you, good hands, people right there. Lucas Beaver, but relentless pursuit came from Matt Duncan, and that's an over and back. So great effort by Paris, great effort by Duncan, but Bears will retain possession now, and it's Brandt. Brandt will work it. Bears taking a long time, get their final offense out. Sanchez, skip across, looking inside. Brandt shot stopped though by Cosgrove. So better percentage shot, but Cosgrove's still been a wall between the pipes. Sanchez can't handle that, and now the Riverwolves will counter the other way. Riggs to the underhand. Good save by Wendy. Tell you, if it wasn't for Craig Wendy, this game would be a heck of a lot more lopsided. Lane Smith, dump over, quick stick, can't finish. Smith the rebound. And you can see Lane Smith doing a good job. Spins off one, kick back out, backhand try wide of the mark. Ball picked up, good offensive rebound, bounce up, stopped by Cosgrove. So numerous chances, and Lane Smith deferring to his teammates, but they're just not able to have that finishing touch and keep their game in it, keep their team in it, and make things close. Can't chip away at this lead. Moyer was looking for the screen and roll, didn't get the screen or the roll. Merritt on the curl around. Good save by Wendy. Stuck in his equipment as he'll look for an outlet, and he finds Sanchez. So Ohsweken doing some things right. Don't get me wrong here. Don't look at the score and think in any other way. They just haven't been able to find that finish. And between the Paris defense and Chase Cosgrove, they're the reason. Lane Smith, that one right on. Newbro battles for the rebound, loose, skips it ahead, and a pass to Ellerton. Ellerton in all alone. Ellerton, great save, Wendy. Rebound. Brown picks it up, and he'll pull it right back out. So a great save by Wendy, keeping his team, their slim hopes alive here. As Davis Prince, wrong stick side, so he'll elect to dump it off, get to where he should. That one knocked down by the Beeve. So violation, we'll give it right back. That's touched. That'll be a delay of game. That's an easy call. And surprisingly, because Nick Ellerton knows much better than that, he knows that that's going to be a delay of game call. And the Bears now will go to work on the power play. 1 for 4. They've given up a short-handed goal. So really, when you look at the amount of power play opportunities, both teams pretty equal. The difference has really been 5 on 5. So Lane Smith now, as Renault, will take it from the top, goes off the pipe, and that'll go all the way down for a fresh 20. So Lane Smith now slid over to the left shooter spot. I think that's a good move by Ron Henry. Give him a chance to really find his groove. Gets a screen, working with Renault. Renault, skip. Sanchez, right back to Renault. 2-man, 5 on the shot clock. Renault steps into one. Right on. Cosgrove doesn't know where it is, but he knows it's in his gear. Stuck right off the logo. And now Minicello will bring it over the timeline. Under 11.5 to go here in the fourth. Each of these two teams searching for their first win of the season, sitting at 0-3. Bergsma. Graham Bergsma has quietly gotten the job done and stabilized this offense. Good swim move, goes to the bounce. Wendy, ball scooped up in the dotted half circle. Minicello had it momentarily, had it knocked away, had it, lost it, and now it belongs to the Bears. Morrow, he'll flip, and it's Sanchez. Sanchez has some room. Late change by Paris, and Sanchez didn't take advantage of it. Lane Smith will let it go. That pellet right on. Cosgrove has an outlet. Newbro can't pocket it cleanly, and instead racing Simonelli, but creased the call. Bears now will have the numbers to move it up. Beaver will zip it down to work it on that right side. Got to go. Don't have a whole lot of time. Portelli, Smith. going to have to attack with Renault. Renault, Brandt plays the carom. Portelli stepping in. Smith again, down low, quick stick. Again, great idea, just poor execution. And now racing out of it is Duncan. He's been all over the floor. Backdoor try. Wrong stick side. Slide, dive, and scoop. Beauty finish there by Moyer. And it's 11-2. Caught him on the fly out of the back door. And a beauty feed off the hard work of Duncan. Moyer with his second of the game, and like I said, it hasn't been special teams that have been the difference in this game. It has been 5-on-5 play, but more importantly, the Paris Riverwolves have just outworked the Bears, dominated in the loose ball category, and they continue to get the job done and finish at the offensive end. Off the draw, Beaver comes away with it. Beaver has a man with him, zips it across on the fly. Pedwell wide of the mark. Beaver will retrieve and get it back. They'll swing it back, set things up. Now with Lazor. Lazor will move it. Pedwell got it, but it's swiped by Ellerton. Another breakaway. Ellerton, great save by Wendy. Oh, man, if it wasn't for Craig Wendy, I tell you, not even sure what this would look like, but between Wendy and Chase Cosgrove, I don't know, those could be the first two stars of this game for sure. Smith does a good job to track down that loose ball, 10 on the shot clock. Gets a screen, lets that go. Good pad save again by Cosgrove, and the shots from Lane Smith are good. They're just too far out. And if you're going to beat Cosgrove today, you're going to have to up the percentage and increase your area, shorten that distance. Woodland working with Merritt. Skip out to Prince. That's going to be a penalty for sure on a slash. Call it a slash or a high stick either way. Ohsweken's going to head to the box for 2 minutes with under 8.5 minutes to go. So another power play for Paris. 1 for 6. And like I said, they've had 6 power play opportunities. Ohsweken has had 5. There have only been 2 power play goals, 1 shorthanded goal in this game. So that has not been a factor. Woodland, oh, you give him that room and he's deadly from there. Didn't miss that one by much. Moyer goes to the far side, Moyer. So as good as Woodland's been, Carson Moyer has been just as good with his third of the game, second power play goal. And if you're Paris, you got to like where they're sitting right now with 8 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. In case you missed it, yesterday's game at Children's Arena in Oshawa, Whitby against Brampton. It was a good one. These two teams matched up. That, of course, a rematch of a playoff game last year, as that was a good battle as this one is here, and the Bears come away with it. And that's going to be an 8-second count. But 11-10 the final in that one, and it went to overtime. It was 3-1 Whitby, as you can see once again. The Paris Riverwolves relentless. This time it looks like Brown is going to pick up one there. So Dawson Brown with his first of the game. He has got 5 on the season. Whitby led 3-1 after 1, 8-6 at the half. Brampton came back. It was tied at 9 at the end of regulation. Tied at 9 at the end of 3. Teams traded goals. So this one ended up going to overtime as another breakaway, this one wide of the mark. Each team only scored 1 goal in that fourth quarter. tied at 10, and it was Devin Pfeiffer, of course, one of the Fife Dog crew, as that's a beauty crease dive in by Simonelli. Devin Pfeiffer that picked up the OT winner in an 11-10 win. So Noah Simonelli, full extension, and he's no small kid. He's got plenty of size, able to extend past Wendy and put this one in check here, as the mountain appears to be too great for the Bears with 7:18 to go here in this fourth quarter. So if you're Ron Mouser-Henry and Clancy Elms, you're in a position here, for the first time this season, you got your full roster out, your best offensive threats, but it just goes to show that no matter who's out there, you still need some chemistry. You still need practice time. You still need some familiarity with your teammates, and I think that's just the case here. I think his first challenge was getting the team out. Now his second one will be to find some continuity and some chemistry. Paris, though, on the other side, they've lost some tough games, and we knew that this team wasn't really an 0-3 team, and you get Curtis Woodland back in the lineup, and I assure you they're going to pick up some wins and be in the hunt. That one, quick one. Nakamura almost had a chance to pocket his second of the season. Instead, it gets trotted up by Pedwell. So you get Kyle Pedwell out on the regular. You got Lane Smith now on the mend, back in the lineup. Add that to Portelli and Renault, and if you're Mouser-Henry, you're certainly not ready to push the panic button by any stretch, as with 6:04 to go, we'll stay here as Box Lacrosse demands high-performance gear, and Primo Lacrosse is the name to remember. Proud sponsor of Patrick Timothy of the Ohsweken Bears. Primo's Warhorse shafts deliver the durability and strength needed for every play. Whether you're playing box or field lacrosse, Primo Lacrosse has the gear to keep you competitive without breaking the bank. As a special offer, use the discount code ALL20 at primosportsco.com to get 20% off your first order. Visit online at primosportsco.com to explore our line of shafts or customize your gear for your team. I want to thank Primo Lacrosse for their sponsorship of the Arenalacrosseleague. And as we look ahead to our second game, it'll be the Toronto Monarchs, winners of 2 straight, coming off a shootout win over the Brampton Express, 23-20. That, of course, they had a bye week last week. The Snipers have been red hot. They have won 2 straight, including a 16-13 win over the Peterborough Timbermen, who continued, of course, their winning ways, edging the Oshawa Outlaws yesterday 13-12. So if you're keeping track of the standings, all you got to do is go to arenalacrosseleague.ca and get caught up. That'll take you to our YouTube channel, JVI, and, of course, all the games sitting there waiting for your viewing pleasure. Just over 6 minutes to go. In a commanding lead for Paris. Hats off to Jamie Duber, Chris Driscoll. They have come in, and for the first time, they've had their full lineup, and they've executed well. Behind the net, looking for something. Renault kicks it back out, but in traffic. Tough pass to handle for anyone. That one gets flipped up. Smith's going to leave it, and Wendy's going to be the one that's going to track it down and counter the other way. Bears looking down low. Tried to find a trailer, but there was none. 2-man game here. Working. Quick shot there. Portelli stopped by Cosgrove. Cosgrove will work it and gets it to Ellerton, who's been all over the carpet. Backdoor. Bergsma off the post. So again, the iron saving the day for the Bears. The ball loose in the corner. Ohsweken will pick it up. And racing over the timeline. Good speed now and a chance to do something, but this is where Ohsweken's getting into some problems. I know they want to be deliberate, but you got to attack, and there you go. So finally, something positive. Hannah Brandt in transition finds the mark, and It seems like a long time between goals for the Bears. If it seems that way, it's because it was, as they now pick up their third of this game. So Portelli, Brandt, and Harrington, the only scorers so far for Ohsweken. And you look at Lane Smith in the lineup, and of course Josh Sanchez, who's been outstanding in the early part of this season. But again, it's about finding your groove here, and off the draw, Brown has it stripped, and a good job there by Ruddy. Ruddy's going to weave his way through. Ruddy splits two. Ruddy still has it. Ruddy takes on a third. Kettle will settle it, move it over, and they'll set it up now with Pedwell. Big, heavy shot there from Perry Smith, but bouncer, 5-hole closed off by Cosgrove, and now back the other way is Riggs. So Riggs, big man, will split two, kick it over, and it's Moyer. Prince on the curl around. Prince on the run. Good bounce shot. Great save by Wendy. I tell you, that bouncer on the run, sidearm popped up. Wendy got the shoulder. Sanchez clearly was going to Brandt the whole time. Probably should have taken that shot, and that's one of the things I'm sure the post-game chat will be. Lane Smith, high off the mark. Pedwell goes off Ellerton. So Ellerton playing great D. Ellerton playing goal. Ellerton's had 2 breakaways. Ellerton's been all over. Sanchez. That one blocked by Ellerton. Rebound loose. And chopped down. That's going to be a slashing call. And diving, but getting taken down. So, and as if Ellerton wasn't in the middle of anything else, he's going to go to the box now for a legal cross-check. So I don't know in lacrosse if you've got a Gordie Howe hat trick or what you'd call it, but he's got a little everything here with just under 3.5 minutes to go. Sixth power play opportunity, the game for the Bears. They have managed just 1 goal. They had 1 after 1, 2 at the half, 2 after the third. So that's the difference in this game. As that shot goes wide, Lane Smith's going to tee it up, and Cosgrove got a piece of it, so a fresh 20. So it should be a reset, and that one right on. Tough one, though. If you're not at our vantage point here, you might not have seen it catch the glove. So that one, Sanchez backs up, but instead Newbro. Backdoor. Nakamura. Nakamura's second of the season. Koichi Nakamura out of the back door, helping the cause for the Riverwolves. So how about that feel-good story? First time I put a couple of goals in the column of Nakamura. And we could give you a whole lot of background about this kid, but his dedication to the sport, his dedication to the Arenalacrosseleague, of course, one of the on what we call the emergency roster, where he's able to help fill a squad on any team that needs players. And he right now has played for at least 5 of the 8 teams in the Arenalacrosseleague, and it's just about your commitment to the game and getting better, and that's what he is doing, and that's what he's done. Cosgrove again, steady, on the run, Minicello. Kettle on the run, great save by Wendy, and I want no knocks on Craig Wendy despite the score. He has been outstanding in this game, and if you know anything about the sport of lacrosse, you never look at the amount of goals given up. On the cut, good save by Cosgrove. And in lacrosse, it's more so about the timely save and making the saves that you should. Sometimes better offense will win, and that's usually the case, as those odds are always in favor of the offense. Bergsma out late. Takes a pass from Woodland, curls back out. 15 seconds left in the Paris penalty. They'll dump it down. What a save by Wendy. Oh my, Merritt on the doorstep. Wendy took it away. And now the Bears. Dying seconds of the power play. Under a minute and a half to go here in this game. Smith trying to duck in, flip back out. And who else but Nick Ellerton's going to run under it. Third breakaway of the game. And again, Wendy. And did it sneak in? Yes, it did. So Nick Ellerton, putting the Caps on a fine ball game, has done a little of everything. Seals the deal with 1:05 to go. So hats off to the Paris Riverwolves as they have held their own here and shown the difference between when you're missing some key players, and that's one of the things in this league. Every week's a challenge off the post. Rebound picked up, and a good job to follow up on the play. So hats off to Portelli as he picks up his second of the game. And you know what? Hats off to Portelli. Why? Because with a minute to go and you're down a whole heap of goals, still the extra effort to follow up on that play and to tuck in that rebound. So says something about the heart of Portelli, says something about what Ron Mouser Henry's doing over there for the Bears, despite what will be their fourth loss of the season. There's still some good that they can take out of this game for sure. Beaver will get it as we're into the final minute here. Remind our viewers, of course, second half of our doubleheader, 2-1 Toronto Monarchs up against the 2-1 Six Nations Snipers. That one's set for 4 p.m. That shot knocked down. Trying to track it down is Harrington battling back there. Shot clock will die out, and Paris will regain possession. Ellington. Dump it over. Simonelli will pull it out. There's only a 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, and Simonelli should just be letting this one tick on down, as that is the case. So both teams showing some good sportsmanship here as the Paris Riverwolves are going to come away with a 17-4 convincing win. They're going to pick up their first W of the season. They'll improve to 1-4. The Ohsweken Bears, with the loss, fall to 0-4. That'll do it for this game. On behalf of JVI Productions, I'm Lance Wynn and the Arenalacrosseleague. Stick around. Second half of our doubleheader. We'll see you then.